Hello everybody, welcome to Filmmaking. Today, Bojan Dulabic here. So let's talk about the Candow QooCam 8K 360 camera. Yeah. Now, as mentioned, we're going to talk about the Candow QooCam 8K 360 camera. Long word. Now, this video is not going to be about the actual 360 features of this camera. I'm not really a 360 camera guy. I think they're very limited, to my opinion. They're great for what they're designed to do, but for general filmmaking, I think it's just too limited. However, I do like to use a 360 camera to reframe the image and get a 16:9 image, the traditional 2D flat image, whatever you want to call it, and basically use one 360 camera as 4 or 5 cameras, and just get different angles and that kind of stuff. I think it works great for scenarios, for filmmaking, for videography, depending on what you're doing. Let's say you're shooting a wedding, put the camera in the middle, get the front, get the back, get some really cool shots. Up until recently, I just didn't like 360, the image the 360 cameras created, because even if you get a 5.7K 360 camera, what you got to understand is that sounds a lot, but the 5.7K, the resolution has to wrap around the 360 image. And once you do that, things are stretched out. You notice the decrease in quality. It just doesn't work. I mean, yeah, it might look fine for social media and that kind of stuff, but for any kind of professional work, it just doesn't work. Well, now we have the 8K camera, and 8K resolution is definitely, in my opinion, enough to wrap around the image and still give you a decent quality image that you can use in a professional environment, and also to marry it together with a DSLR or micro four thirds camera, whatever you're using, which is pretty cool. So Candow, the company behind the QooCam, gave us a bunch of clips that we're able to download off of their website, and one of them is a 10-bit clip, because this camera shoots in 10-bit. And it's a low light clip, so I downloaded that one, played around with it, and damn, the results are pretty interesting. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to talk about the specs and all that good stuff, and then we're going to come back here. All right, let's get started. So this is the QooCam 8K 360-degree camera. It's got a 200-degree field of view, dual lenses, a touch screen, and a 1/1.7-inch sensor, which is a lot bigger than the competition. When it comes to photos, you're looking at 30 megapixel photos, which is pretty awesome. It shoots 16-bit raw DNG, which definitely makes a difference when it comes to editing, and it gives you a lot more leeway. And when it comes to video, you're looking at 10-bit color video, which is really cool, and it definitely makes a difference, and I'll show you footage in just a minute here. You can also shoot 4K 120 frames per second, which makes for some really interesting slow motion shots, as you can see right here. Their stabilization is also supposed to be excellent, as you can see right here. Now let's take a look at some footage. So here's an actual 10-bit clip that was shot in a very low light environment. As you can see right here, it's obviously dark, it's at night, and even though there's a lot of light around, it's still a night shot, and those are always difficult to do. So here's what I did with this clip. I reframed it, I added some motion to it just to give it more life. Now this is all the same clip, basically repeated over and over again, just from different point of view. And to me, the quality is definitely there. You have enough resolution with this being an 8K camera as opposed to 5.7 or 4K. This one doesn't display the usual warping of the image or just loss of quality that other 360 cameras do display, because they just don't have enough resolution to wrap around the whole 360-degree field of view. And when it comes to images, here's one of the photos that I downloaded. This is a raw image, and this is what it looks like raw without any modifications to it. And then here's what I did, and you can definitely see a difference. Quality is there, the details are there. It's not DSLR or mirrorless camera quality or full frame quality, but it's definitely up there, that's for sure. So as you saw, this is a pretty interesting camera. The footage is actually really good. Now, is it on the level of a DSLR or a mirrorless camera? No, it's not. I mean, even though the sensor is a lot larger than other cameras in that category, Obviously, it's not close to a DSLR or a mirrorless. However, it does come close enough where you can, I think, mirror or put the two images together. Use the two types of cameras together, depending on what you are doing. Obviously, I do think it performs really good under low light compared to a lot of others. If I compare this one to my pocket camera, for example, it wouldn't even come close to that. Which makes sense. I mean, smaller sensor. My pocket shoots at 100 megabits per second. This one does 200, which is true. So, it does make a difference, which is pretty cool. The fact that it's 8K, when it wraps around the 360 image, it gives you a lot more data to work with. So when you are reframing an image, you can, depending on how far you take the reframing, you can actually make it look like this was shot on just a regular camera, not a 360. My problem with when sometimes people reframe a 360 image is that it looks fake. I can tell that this has been reframed. It's off. It doesn't look good, in my opinion. With this one, as long as you don't go overboard, you can actually do quite a lot, which is pretty interesting. And in my opinion, I think they're onto something here. I still think that we need to get to a 10K or 12K camera when it comes to 360 cameras to actually make it work the way I want it to work. But I think 8K is definitely a solid start for the price, which is around $580, $590, so it's a little less than $600 US. From my opinion, if I'm from research, my opinion, if I'm wrong, please let me know. I don't think there's any other camera in that price category with these specs that that exists. I could be wrong, absolutely. If I am, please let me know, because I would love to check it out and all that good stuff. So that's it. Footage looks good, in my opinion. You have to understand the limitations, just like with every camera, but it looks good. I think it can work together with a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, again, depending on its limitations. And I think all in all, it's a pretty solid camera. I am thinking of down the road maybe getting it. I'll see how things go. But it will be definitely cool to have this with me. One simple thing you can do is, if you're vlogging, I'm not really a vlogger, but if I wanted to do some, I can record myself, I can record in front, to the sides, and just kind of, get clips from wherever I wanted it to get, right? Which is cool. That's the whole point of a 360 camera when it comes to reframing. Again, I'm not talking about using it specifically as a 360 camera. So that's it, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to be notified of future videos. Links to everything you saw here will be in the description, so check those out. Tell your friends, stay tuned for more, and all that good stuff. Thanks.